cat's name 4 in a row. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Ink and Fig. My name is Alex, and today we are doing my February TBR. It's been quite the month. I have read so much in January, and it's not even a readathon month. Like, I am honestly shocked, and I'm so happy for myself. Like, we have made some incredible progress. Now, on that note, in terms of Lunar TBR, I have finished 2 of the 3 moons that we picked in January. If you haven't seen the January one, I will link that up in the cards for you so you can take a look. But I have finished 2 of the 3 moons, and I am well on my way to completing that 3rd moon. So of our brand new lunar cycle, I have already finished 3 moons. How wild is that? So let's go ahead and start picking some new books for February. Now, if you're new here and you haven't seen Lunar TBR before, basically this is a game of my own creation that kind of works like Trivial Pursuit, except I have decided to use the lunar cycle as our playmat, and we choose our prompts with tarot cards. It's pretty easy to figure out. Basically, we've got a number of spaces on the board, and each time I get one of the major moon phases, that counts as 1 more point towards me winning the cycle. Now, last time in January, we got 3 moons. For those playing along at home that may have missed the last video, I actually won Lunar TBR in December. So I have a prize sitting on the table, but I don't know what that prize is going to be yet. So if you've got some ideas for that, please leave them down in the comment section below because I really need some help figuring this out. So, without further ado, let's pick my February TBR. All right, so starting us off strong, we are up here currently at the full moon, and we're going to start from there. Oh boy. Okay, we're back on our 4 string again. We're going to go back this way and just make a whole line. I kind of hate that we're back on a moon already, but what can you do? Today, I am using the Ad Orbita Tarot deck from Layla and Rose. All right. Let's go with this one. What do we have? There has got to be something going on here. This is the 4th month in a row that we have gotten the Judgment card. What is this trying to tell me? I don't even need to look this one up. This Judgment is read a book that has higher than 4 stars. So let's pick something with more than 4 stars. I've got so many flipping options. Okay, this is for a moon, though. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what we're reading. I don't even need to look, because I know that this book is going to be over 4 stars. For Judgment, I'm going to read tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. I have been wanting to read this book for so long. I read, like, an excerpt of it on someone's Instagram post, and I was like, what book is this? Because they didn't tag it. And I ended up finding it in the comments, and I was like, I gotta read that book. And now I own that book. All right, I cannot make it to another moon on this roll, so we're safe. 1. Nice. A nice, easy 1. That also means that on the next roll, I can't roll another moon, so I'm trying. What might this one be? The 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords we have gotten a couple of times in the past. This one is read a book that you're having trouble finishing. So, okay, so a book from last year that I had a little bit of trouble finishing is actually The Yiddish Policeman's Union by Michael Chabon. And this book is actually really good. I love the literary voice in this. The main character is just such a disaster, and I love that in a character. Now, I got kind of debated on this one. I thought this was based on true events. It is not. This is a completely alternate history of Jews in America. This settlement in Sitka never actually existed. There was the potential for it to exist, and then it simply didn't. So, like, I got a little bit got on this, which, like, my bad, but I did figure it out before I finished the book that it was not a real thing that happened. I also learned how to say the author's name, which I think I am now saying correctly. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, my bad. Okay, roll number 3. 2. The universe is finally seeing fit to give me a break, so our second non-moon book. I just dumped half the deck on the floor. This shuffle feels good. What's this? The High Priestess. We're getting a lot of repeat cards, I find, and I'm really not sure how I feel about this. Gonna put that over there and just double check what this is. All right, so as suspected, the High Priestess is read a book with a spiritual element. Now, the first time I got this, we picked the Yiddish Policeman's Union. That one I have clearly picked for another thing, so we're not picking that again. I'm going to use the word spiritual with a bit of a liberal understanding, and I'm going to choose Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden. I really want to get this series done because I started it December 2020, I think, and I'm just like, I would love for this to be over. It's about old Russian folklore from a couple hundred years ago. I don't really know what kind of time period we're looking at. Moscow was barely Moscow kind of thing. Like, this is from quite a ways back, and we're dealing with a lot of folkloric stuff, a lot of old gods and things like that. So that is how I'm going to choose to interpret spirituality this time, and this is what we're going to read for the High Priestess. All right, here is our last roll. 1. All right, so we actually got the full moon last month, so I cannot get this moon again, so this is just going to be a regular book. All right, the gods were really testing me on this one, but we made it. Let's pick our last book here. That's only one card? That's only one card. This one. Ooh, The World. The World is actually a very cool prompt, and I don't think we've gotten this before. Read a book from a country I have never read a book from before. So I've looked through my collection, and I have decided that I'm going to read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I have never read any of his work before, and I know that this one is kind of another one of those modern classics that you see kind of everywhere. So this is a Brazilian book. I have never read a book from Brazil, so this is going to be my introduction to Brazilian literature. I don't really know what to expect, and I am super okay with that. All I know is that this is a classic, and it's pretty short, which is good because the other 3 that I have on my docket for February are kind of on the long side, so this might be a welcome respite. This is what I'm going to be reading. So we have got Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. We've got The Yiddish Policeman's Union once again by Michael Chabon. We have The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden, and we have The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Very interesting lineup, eclectic, as always. I feel like that's sort of the name of the game over here at Ink and Fig. Just a very eclectic mix of books. Wish me luck with books as thick as that. I think I might need it, so thoughts and prayers are welcome and appreciated. That's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate having you here as always. Please go down below and hit the subscribe button and the little bell if you haven't yet so that you can surpass the algorithm and know whenever I upload. Feel free to leave a like and a comment if you feel so moved to help other people come and find us and join the party. Go ahead and follow me on all of my social media at Ink and Fig, except for Instagram, on which I am Ink and Fig Reads, because I just have so much to post about. That's it for today. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate having you here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.